You're watching The Edward Fowler Show. Now, here's your host, Edward Fowler.
Good evening and welcome to my show here on this Thursday, May the 9th, 2024. And tonight we've got a great singer slash songwriter joining us all the way here on my show via the great technology Zoom nowadays. And it's a pleasure to hopefully pronounce this correctly. So I do apologise if I do mispronounce your first name. So I 100% apologise if I do. Aura Davis, welcome
Perfect.
to the show.
Thanks for having me. Hi, how are you?
Very well, and I hope you're doing a little better. I know you just told me off air that you are still in recovery mode.
Yeah, I still have a very, very ugly cough sometimes. So if I explode out of nowhere, I apologize already. But I think we're gonna get through this.
Yes, and I know there's a cough going around at the moment, so you're completely fine. It's not your fault about that either. So feel free to explode if needed at any time during our conversation this afternoon or this evening. And it's a pleasure to be on the show because I know I reached out to you. I want to say maybe a few days ago or something like that, and I know you were coming back from another tour. So it's good to finally have you here, and I know you're going to be touring in the end of this month in May in London, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. But talk to me about your newest debut album, because that released at the end of March, and how's the reaction been so far to it?
My debut record. Let me put it like this. It's finally there. It's out. Just the feeling. I'm still riding on that wave. Like, even if it's just like been a few weeks already, I'm still like riding the wave of holy shit. So there's that. That's the kind of feeling I'm still in. Apart from that, I just finally received my physical CDs, so I'll be shipping those out very soon. Yeah. The album has done really well. It's like it was the first time for me to have like 12 new songs out at once. And it was really interesting to see how the songs evolved in people's hands, like what they loved, what they didn't like. Like it was very interesting to see how these songs build a life on their own the minute they were out there. So I'm really happy how it's going. I talk to people online quite a lot. And I love whenever someone puts my songs on a playlist or something, just make sure you let me know because I'm going to freak out about it. I really, really do. So keep sending those things.
There we go. We love that. And I'm glad that the reaction to it so far has been amazing. I'm glad that you finally been able to produce your first debut album. I can't wait to see what you do next. But we should mention, if you watch this on YouTube, you'll be able to see my screen because we do have a picture of the album name right there. I'll give a plug to that. And where did you come up for the actual name for the album? How did you come up with that?
It was an accident. We didn't really I didn't plan on it to be called that way at all. But the situation was like we were sitting in the studio. It was just the producer, Jamie, and myself and our engineer. We were sitting in the studio together, going over lyrics, just talking about stuff. And Jamie, the producer, he looked at one particular song and then he went like, dude, this is so eloquently aggressive. And we all just looked at each other and we were like, okay, maybe this is it. Maybe it should be eloquently aggressive. So it was just a very spontaneous thing. It wasn't even my idea. It was the producer's idea, actually. So Jamie, if you're watching, thanks for that.
Yes, producer Jamie, thank you for the good suggestion for the name. So I can't wait to see what wacky and unique name you come up with for your next album, because I guess now the question is how to top the next one, isn't it? Because I guess once you've done that one goal or able to release your debut album, it's like, how do you go from that?
It's yeah, that's a good question. How do you go from that? And I keep asking people the same, like other musicians that I know. I think for me, like I'm always writing. Like there's not a moment I'm not writing. I even write when I'm not actively trying to write. So like I've been working on new material even back when we were recording the songs on the album now.
Gotcha.
So I think that's something that just comes so like writing comes so natural to me that I don't really think in, oh, I need to sit down and write a song for project number two. So like I still have a lot of songs that didn't make the cut for the album now.
Okay.
I don't really know what's gonna happen to those or if we're just gonna continue with the new ones, but like I'm constantly writing. Like by now, I just posted a demo list to my Instagram a few days ago, where you can see some new titles and some stuff that I've been doing.
That's cool. That's cool. And of course, we should mention that right now. Then, if you're watching this live, you can, or even on the on YouTube or on demand, wherever you are, you can see that you can find my guest on all social media. Just at the word. This is Aura Davis. So a great, simple name when you're across all social media. There, great to see that, and do follow her because she's got a great following on all those platforms. And I do thank you for the follow on Fred's. I think it was yesterday. So much appreciated for that, for sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Because it's just mind blowing. Because you got you have a great following, and I only got like a small following. So it's great I'll be able to bring you onto this live show tonight to learn more about you, and for my viewers / listeners to hear more and to know more about you and why they should follow you.
Sure, thanks. I mean, I'm gonna be really honest. Like all this social media thing, like it's crazy. And now we have one platform more, like as there wasn't enough already.
No, I completely agree.
Sometimes it's really hard to keep up with everything, and I'd say like my main account on social media is Instagram. I don't know, I just like that one the most. And then like since I'm in Europe, Threads was only available to me like a few months ago. So I just jumped on that, and funny enough, like Threads is pretty similar to Twitter or X now, but I never really got into X or Twitter. Like I have a profile there, but
yes, you do, yes.
I don't know. I just never really got into it. But like I'm going nuts on Threads right now.
Good.
I think I share all kinds of really, really useless nonsense. People probably think I'm stupid.
No, not at all. Because you're showing your true side. You know that you are your human side, and you're able to connect with your fans, and even bringing new fans who may never even heard of you before, but bringing them into Threads and letting them to follow you, and then they can see what you actually do as well. So it's a good platform to use. So I'm glad that you're exploring Threads and enjoying it as well.
Yeah, it's cool. I really like it.
Yeah, no, I agree because I like using Instagram as well. I think Instagram is a great platform, and I agree that there's too many platforms at the moment, isn't it? Like you got X, Threads, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, yeah, all these other ones. So
too many.
Yeah, it is. I completely agree. I think there should be less of them. I think there should just be one platform, and that's it. But of course, you got all these competitions. They want to be like, I want you to be on my platform and all this. So just very annoying, isn't it? But hey ho. But
here we are playing the game.
Yes, most definitely. I should say as well, I do like your background you've brought to the show tonight. I like the brick wall and the guitars on your wall behind you as well. Cool setup.
Thank you. This is I'm sitting in my living room here.
Right.
This is my living room, and my dad built that wall for me a while ago.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, Dad, I need to do something to that wall because it was just like boring straight white,
Yeah.
and it was so depressing. like that. I need to get something here. So can you help me? And
Yeah, no, he's done a very good job on it because it's a very cool, vibrant vibe I'm getting from your background. So it's very cool, and those guitars behind you as well. What do they mean for you?
um, there's Martin OMC here. Then we have a Ovation. This is the one that I actually played in my music video, Lawless Land. Oh, can you see it?
Yes, we can. Yeah, we can see that. Yeah.
Um, so I don't really play that one because I threw it like on the floor and shit for the music video.
Fair
But
enough.
it still looks nice, and so
Yeah.
it deserves a place on the wall.
Yeah, absolutely. And at least you can always, when you go into your living room or if you decide to take it somewhere else, you can always got that memory now of being thrashed around the floor multiple times.
Yeah, but like there's guitars everywhere here. Like right now, I'm looking at a bass and another two guitars and a Fender.
Nice.
Like
So,
there's instruments everywhere.
so when you come over to London, UK at the end of this month, have you thought about what instruments you'll be bringing with you?
Yeah, see, I'm gonna be playing like the one gig or the main gig I'll be playing is May 25th at Trinity. And I hired people from there to play with me just to make like the backline situation a little bit easier. And I usually always brought my own guitars. But this time we kind of thought maybe let's just try to hire guitar from the UK
Oh, cool.
instead.
Oh, cool.
So I'll be renting something
How
this time.
fun. How fun. I hope it goes
How
smoothly for you, and I hope you do it more often if it goes the way you hope it will go, hopefully.
Yeah, if I find a cool store, and I mean there are plenty, like
Yes.
London is just
Massive.
full of, it's massive, really. So if I find a cool store, then I will definitely start doing that more often instead of like just putting my own stuff at risk.
Yeah, no, absolutely, I agree with you there. And of course, remember those dates, which you can see your screen right now. You can see May the 25th, as my guest has mentioned, at the Harrow in the Trinity there. You can still get some tickets, are still available via the Aura Davis website. Also on May 28th, I believe that is sold out because of the fact that you're very popular. That's the Ramshackle Collective, the open mic in London as well, and of course on the 29th of May, the same place, well, similar place, but on Queen's Head, open mic there as well. And there's still some tickets available for that on May the 29th. And then, of course, at the end of the year, you're heading off to Switzerland as well, I see.
Yes, yes. I'll be playing in a place where I've played three times now.
Cool.
I think it's the third time I'm going back there. And those are just the loveliest guys ever. Like imagine a small, really cute bar in a little old town in Switzerland, right next to the lake with beautiful mountains. It's just think of Switzerland cliches, and this is it.
Yes.
But it's and the team is great, and yeah, I really love to go back there.
Good. Well, I hope you have a fantastic time when you head back over to Switzerland later this year. But
Yeah.
back to the UK, for instance, what are you hoping to get from the UK audiences when they come and see you at the end of the month?
You know, something that I always really like, I recorded my entire album in London. And I flew back and forth between London and Zurich so many
Wow.
times. I spent a lot of time in London, and I used to love London even when I was younger, before I started this whole touring circus and music circus. I always loved the city, but ever since I went there for music, it's just like the amount of love that I have for London is not even like I can't put that into words. Um, it's just the city spreads of individuality, and like everyone is artistic or interested in art,
Yes.
or at least gives a shit about what people do.
Hmm.
Um, I just love the city. I love how people react to music when you're playing live.
Yeah.
So like I talk in between my songs because like for me it's important that I share my stories, but I like also want to make sure like the audience is enjoying what they see and what they hear. So sometimes I don't really prepare what I say, so sometimes I say pretty weird stuff on stage. Happened before, but it's always fun. And I love when people come and want to talk about lyrics or backgrounds of songs. That's the one main thing that I really, really love to do. And London people do that.
Yeah, yeah. But I feel like as well, when you do that, when you're able to, have conversations in between songs, you can get the vibe of the arena which you're in and what the people are enjoying, and even that personal connection as well, which you're able to have in between songs. I know many artists just go from one song to the next, but not many artists like to interact with the audience. So I guess that's another reason why people enjoy your music more and able to relate to you more as well.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, if an artist doesn't want to talk in between, that's perfectly fine. I just love to do it. I love to talk about like why. Like I always say, I'm a writer first. If I wouldn't sing if I wouldn't be writing.
Yeah.
So that's why I talk a lot about the songs too.
Well, on the subject of when you say you don't pre-prepare what you're going to say next, I'm a bit like that on this show. I don't pre-prepare anything, so all my things is always off my head. So I hope you don't mind that. But I do want to know though, when I reached out to you, I was quite surprised to get a response from you directly, because usually you have people responding for you and such. So it's quite nice to have that personal touch and build a relationship even before we have you on the show today. So that was quite nice for me for a change. And what made you to come on the show tonight? I'm just curious, by the way.
I mean, let's be honest. I'm not gonna lie about that. The timing was amazing.
Good.
Like
Good.
regarding the fact that I'll be like coming to your city, so that made perfect sense. I was like, okay, I think Edward kind of knew I'm coming.
Yes, I did. Yes, that's very true.
So not gonna lie, that was the timing thing was definitely convincing.
Good.
But apart from that, I watched the show that you did with what was her name, Jessica?
Yes, Jessica Lynn. Yes, the country singer.
And I loved how the conversation flowed and how naturally the whole thing went down and the questions you asked, and yeah, it just felt very organic.
Yes.
That's something I liked, and so I was like, yeah, sure.
Well, I'm
Like,
hoping so far that our conversation is organic and is going smoothly as well, and I hope that even after today that you will come back on here for more conversations and more topics and tours and music you're releasing.
anytime,
Good.
anytime.
Good. But let's talk about this, because I know you released a video regarding your latest debut album, because it was called The Middle. You released that on YouTube recently. I think on was it April the 29th or something like that. How long did it take you to make that video?
You'd probably laugh.
Okay.
Again, I'm gonna be fully transparent with you here.
Feel free.
It was not like it was not even planned.
All right.
We just spent the day out in the woods because it was a beautiful day. And we, like always, whenever we go out, we bring our guitars. Like especially when I know I go into nature, I just bring my acoustic guitar because you never know.
Yeah.
And so we happened to be at this beautiful little place in the woods with this lovely view, and we lit a fire there, and then it was like campfire-ish. We started to play songs a little bit, and I don't know, all of a sudden we looked at each other like maybe we should, it looks pretty cool here. Maybe we should just take a little footage for social media. That's how it started. And all of a sudden we were like, no, damn it, it looks amazing. Let's just shoot a bloody video here. So when I woke up in the morning, I didn't know I would shoot a video. Like even the clothes that I was wearing, I was like, can you really wear that in a video? Doesn't it look stupid? Because like I didn't have nothing to prepare.
Yeah. But
So
but I bet you though that the video has gone down very well, because I've seen the video and I think it's very good. And again, you mentioned about what you could wear and what you were wearing at the time. It's your video. You can wear whatever you want.
oh yeah, sure. But I usually try to put some thought into what I do. And this time it was just like, I don't know. I just want to be comfortable, I
Yeah,
guess. So I was just wearing my shorts and
yeah.
my blouse. And
Have you had much feedback on your outfit at the time you wore that?
not real. Like I was actually thinking about like I was wearing a base cap, like a
Yeah.
baseball cap, with my own name on it. I was like, can you really wear your own merch in your music video?
Why not? Why
Isn't
not? You
that
can
like,
promote it.
yeah, so a few people actually reached out and were like, "Hey, can I get this trucker cap?"
There you
And
go.
yes, you definitely can. Like it's in my store on my website. You can get that trucker cap if you want.
There you go. And that is, of course, auradavis.com to find out all
Product placement.
for all the latest news, tours, music, and, of course, the official merch store for our guests. So make sure you visit auradavis.com for more information. There you go. So yeah, I got to get all the plugs in for you as much as possible because we are promoting you here on my show. So, but what a great story though, and I'm glad that people have not really mentioned about why you wore that particular outfit or whatever. Because again, it's your video. You can do whatever you want, and if people don't like that, then they can do whatever they want, can't they? You know. So, but I'm
Oh, they
hoping
do.
the actual music of the video has gone down really well, and I hope people have enjoyed the video. Because as me looking as an outside looking in, I thought it was a gorgeous place.
It is.
The music seemed very good for that environment, for the background you guys chose.
Yeah. I mean the song itself like is one that I hold very close to my heart. I wrote it in 15 minutes, 20 minutes max. It was just like I was talking about being stuck in the middle somewhere, not really knowing what to do with your life or who to listen to when all the big voices are stuck in your head. And like I don't know, it was a rough time, and so I just talked to her about that for I think we were talking about it for an hour and a half straight. And once we hung up, I was like, I just sat down and I just had to write it. So it happened really quickly. But I like even before the album was out, I played that live. Like I played that live for years now. It's not the song that I wrote particularly for the album. The song existed before.
Got ya.
And it was also kind of fan requested. I posted a little video of me playing it to Instagram like 2 years before the album came out. So
Very good story. And when you are making music and coming up with cool ideas for lyrics and whatnot, what is the message you're trying to get across to your listeners? For people who may have never heard of you before, why should they listen to you? Why should they connect with you?
good question. I think one thing that stands out about me as an artist, but also like more or maybe more so even as a human being, I'm drop dead honest. So I have a thing that sometimes I write stuff where people come, like my team around me, people were like, no, you should probably not say that out loud.
Yes.
But like for me it's just like if I can say what I want in art, like through art, what the fuck am I even doing? So like if we can't really talk what we think anymore, and I mean we're living in a day and age where you got to be really careful what you say.
Yes.
Like there's just like X everywhere. Like so you're talking on X this entire time. Um and that's like for me personally, that's where I think art comes in, because in art, through art, like I think you get away with more stuff than you do in like non-art
Yeah.
situations.
Yeah, I get what you mean, because I know, because you got to be very careful what you say nowadays, because if you say something out of line and doesn't match what the rest of the people want you to think, then you can get cancelled. And of course we don't want that to happen to you or to anybody, really, because it's not very nice. Because like 10, 20 years ago, or even longer than that, you could say what you want and there'd be no consequences. You couldn't get cancelled. But now all of a sudden, there's a trouble of people out there who like cancelling people for no reason at all.
Oh, damn it. I hate the word cancel.
Sorry.
It's crazy. No, no, but yeah, I totally get what you mean. Like, just yeah, yeah. Well, I've definitely been there. I think a few weeks ago, I said something that pissed someone off on Threads, and I was like, okay, dude, like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't like my mind didn't even go where your mind just went
Yeah.
when you wrote this.
Mm.
But like, if you want to put it like that, okay, maybe it's wacky what I said, but I didn't even like, I didn't.
Mean it in that
Oh
way.
man.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Don't worry, I've done that before. Where I'm a bit like that. I'm very honest and very direct, and sometimes I don't think before I say it, so it just comes out. And but luckily for me, people know I don't mean it in a intentional way. So like.
Well, mostly we don't.
Yes.
Mostly we don't.
Yes, yes, very true, very true. Now, of course, as well, with all these different videos you post on YouTube, Instagram, whatever, you got some very cool tattoos. And as I've seen that throughout the show so far, you got some tattoos. And what were the story behind them? Because we can see one on you right now. Yeah, that's one there.
there-
Yes.
There's so many. So this is it doesn't really look that good anymore, but it's a Pearl Jam lyric. I know I was born and I know that I'll die. The in between is mine.
Ah, good.
So,
I like that. I like that story.
yeah, that's it's a song called I Am Mine. And if you don't know it, you should totally listen to it. Um, then I have this little thing here. I don't know if you can see it. It's my own handwriting and it says Dare to Sock
Ah,
because I'm a little control freak perfectionist when it comes to my own life. And sometimes I need to remind myself that I just need to chill.
yeah, yeah. I think we all need that sometimes to de-stress and just take a back seat every now and then, don't we? And that leads on to my next point because like when you're not touring or creating music, how do you de-stress?
I work out. I work out like crazy. Like I work out 6 times a week
Oh
at
wow.
least. I run about an hour every morning. So I usually get up between 4 or 5, something like around that, and then I have a cup of coffee, and then I just run for an hour.
Wow. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is dedication right there.
It's just it helped me a lot through depression.
Hmm.
And so when I kind of need it now. Like
Yeah.
when I can't work out for a few days, I go nuts.
Yeah, and I guess as well, like when you get so used to doing something for so long, and then if it gets taken away, or when you go somewhere when you're maybe touring and you can't do that activity, then it's like, well, what can I do now then to fill my time?
Yeah, tell me about it. But the good thing is, like, even when I'm touring, like, obviously you're short on time, but
Yeah,
I'm just wired that way. I'm usually the first to get up and the last to leave. That's just who I am. I want to be ready when I want my team to be ready.
yeah,
So, I want to be that kind of person. So by the time everyone else wakes up or gets up, I'm usually awake already for hours. Um,
yes,
and you can actually go like you can go running everywhere. Like even when you're on tour, you just step out of the hotel. You can go for a run everywhere. And some hotels even have gyms. So
yeah. That's very true point as well there, and as well, do you when you are touring and such like you are doing it at the end of this month in London, do you get time to go and maybe tour the place you're going, like do some tourist attractions or anything like that, or do you just strictly just do those activities and make sure you're there in plenty of time to prepare and prep and make sure that everything is in sync? Because I know sometimes things can go wrong, can't they? But do you have any other time to do any of taking pictures or whatever, or is that something you don't like to do?
when I can, when I have days off, then I absolutely love to do that. Like I love to travel. That's sometimes a bit sad when you're on a very tight schedule and there's just no time to really explore the places you are in. But I try, like, it's important to me. Sometimes I just prolong a tour for a few days just so I can put some days off in between.
That's good.
Because like if I get to travel and I'm incredibly lucky I get to do this.
Yeah,
And like why not take a little time to explore the places and the people in the
yeah.
countries you visit? That's I try to do it whenever I can. I really try.
That's good. And also as well, when you do get time to travel outside of doing your music, I guess when you go there, thinking, wow, this might be a good place to come back and actually do some music in as well. I guess maybe that comes through in your mind when you get time to tour and just tour only and not actually doing any about music.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Totally. And I mean also like I it's so inspirational.
Yeah.
Like there hasn't been a tour or a country I visited without writing at least one song about it afterwards.
Ah, perfect. There we go.
It's just I don't know.
It's good because there's not many people can say that they can write a song about each place they go to. So that's very unique and it's very creativity.
Well, I would never dare to talk about the quality of those songs sometimes, but not everything needs to be talked about, you know.
Well, maybe let your
Um,
fans be the judge of that.
oh yeah, maybe at some point in my career I could, I don't know, release a book of
Yeah,
those songs, like
yeah, that'd be cool.
Aura's tour song book. Oh,
Yeah.
how boring.
No, you might become a New York bestseller or a
I
London
need, yeah,
bestseller.
we just need a better name than the one I just came up with. That I'm a
No.
writer. Oh man.
Oh, yeah, it'd be very cool. A new adventure for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. But I
Well,
mean,
one thing
oh,
I'm
go on.
gonna do when I'm back in London
Yes.
now, I always like I've been dying to do this Warner Brothers Harry Potter tour,
Oh, yes.
and I've never been able to do it.
Right.
And I swear to God, this time I will do it.
Good. Good.
I
That's your
need to
goal.
book I need to book those tickets
Well, you
like
bet.
right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, better. Yeah, you better do it soon before you forget, and you might miss out. But I mean, if of course the London shows, I'm sure they'll go very successful, and I'm sure you're gonna get loads of praise for them. Will you be expanding in the future to visit other cities in the UK, like for instance, where I am in Manchester, UK, for
I
instance?
would love I've been to Manchester a few weeks ago, not a few weeks, damn, time flies. A few months ago.
Yes,
It
you
was
were.
months
Yes,
already. And I absolutely loved it. Like it wasn't for music. I was there to be a fangirl myself.
nice.
I flew over to see Kelsey Ballerini. And it was like I was all by myself. A city trip, like a weekend trip, all by myself, and I fell in love with it.
Good.
So I would absolutely love to play Manchester. So
Yes, yes, you should do that one day. You never know. I might come. I might come and see you in person.
yes, you should. I
Yes.
will let you know when that happens.
Perfect. I look forward to that. Yes, get to meet you in person. That'd be quite good. It'd be quite strange, but it'd be quite fun in the same time. But let's talk about this because is there anybody you would love to collaborate this year or in the future of your music?
Oh man, I would. What like dream collaboration
Yeah.
in terms of I would freaking love to work with Steven Wilson.
Okay.
Um, I don't know. You're British. You should know the band Porcupine Tree.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know them?
I have. I've
So
heard of him.
you should totally check them out. Like that band is the reason why I'm still alive. So it had a main impact on my recovery from like depression and suicide. So that band just really does everything for me. And Steven Wilson is like the creative mastermind behind the band, and he's just like I would love to talk about music, like just spend a lot of time talking about like inspiration and how to tell a story. He has a way of saying things. No one says things like Steven does. It's really weird. He has a way of writing I really look up to. Um, he has this ability to create like an image for me when I listen to his music and his lyrics. It's like a movie in my head. Um, I would just love to, like, even just drink tea with this guy, like
Yeah.
whatever he's up to. Like, I'm down. Let's sit and talk or not talk at all.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Let's just sit.
Well, I hope that it can happen for you. I hope you can collaborate with Stephen, because I think it'd be great for you two to get together, and then he can hear how much he inspired you, and I'm sure he'll be very touched about your story, and I'm sure he'll be pleased to know that your music, his music, was able to keep you going through your tough times.
Maybe you never know what happens.
Yes, never say never.
Never say never.
Yes. So we're going to wrap this up now, but is there anything you would like to mention, which I might not have mentioned, which you think is very important to get off your chest?
Well, very important to get up my chest. Keep on streaming that album, and like, I love to talk to people. I like, as you just saw, like, I am very quick to respond. Um, I love to talk about the music, about like everything. And if you come to one of the shows, please, like, just try to let me know. Let me know you're there. Let me know you got the tickets, and let's take pictures and hang and talk about like whatever you want to talk about. Cats, beer, Switzerland, chocolate, cows. No, let's not do that.
Love it.
But yeah, so there's that. Thanks so
That's
much for having me. I hope I didn't sound too bad. I'm here heavy on my ginger tea, trying to keep my voice together.
no, you've been fine, and I'm glad your voice was able to keep strong for our conversation this afternoon, so that's this evening, and I hope that your cough gets better for when you are out here in London at the
Oh,
end
me
of the
too.
month. And a reminder,
Trust me too. It's gonna be a shit show otherwise.
for a reminder for people who want to check it out, you can check it out at the three shows, May 25th, May 28th, and May 29th. Go to, of course, auradavis.com/tour to check out all the latest tour information and where you can get your tickets, if tickets are left, because tickets are going fast. So if you want to be a part of it, you better buy them now before it's too late, because if you are not there, then you can be squared, as I say.
Yeah. If you're not there, you're not there.
Yes, and you miss out on some great songs and some great memories being made.
Totally.
There you go. There we go. And of course, make sure to follow my guest on social media, on Facebook, X, Instagram, and Threads, and wherever else you're on, including YouTube, at the handle. This is Aura Davis. Very easy, straightforward, and simple to find on all social media.
Yes.
And until you are welcome, no problem at all. And until the next episode drops, enjoy the rest of your day, and make sure to smash that like button, share the video around, tell them about Aura Davis, tell about how much of a great musical artist she is, about her story, her inspiration, and everything to do with Aura Davis. And as well, if you want to leave any future questions, then please do so in the comments below, because I will ask them to Aura Davis on the next time she is on the show, because she said earlier on in the show that she'll come back on here again, which is great to hear, because I'm glad, and I can't wait to have that next conversation with Aura Davis. And if you're new around here and you like the content and want to see more of these great conversations, then all you have to do is just smash that subscribe button. It takes 10 seconds or less to do. We've got over 239 subscribers. And until the next episode, which will be next week, enjoy the rest of your week.